Hi everybody, it's a fragrant jock here with another honest opinion. Today's honest opinion is on another Terence Hughes fragrance. I've tried a couple of these so far. I'll try and do honest opinions for most of the ones I've got, and Aaron is or the company is very generous to give you loads of samples. So basically I'll go through some of the samples. It's like every other fragrance company. Some you will love and like, and others will just not be for you. But so far I've tried Hard Candy, which is quite new out. That's one of his new creations, and I absolutely love it. It's an extract perfume, and it comes in 50 ml. They are a wee bit more expensive, but you know, it is a bit of quality. It's not more expensive than Rojas or things like that, and I would say it's right up there with them. But for me, so far, Hard Candy is an absolutely fantastic scent, and I know he's proud of creating that, and so would I be. It starts off, for me, it's not just all about smelling like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory thing, or a Jolly Rancher or something. But for me, it's more than that. It starts off really kind of bright and fresh, and then goes into this kind of melange of really sweet, very appealing, mass appealing kind of scent. But there's a bit of complexity there as well. But it really is a lovely scent, and it's not right in your face. You can smell it right away, and it's not a power projector, but it does project, I would say, an arm's length for at least an hour or so, and then it goes a bit closer. But it really does last, because I mean, 7-8 hours after I sprayed it, I can still smell it in my arm, and it's no that I have to put my nose right up to it. It's still there. So it's not a massive projector or in longevity, but it's there. It's not going to offend anybody. It really is a lovely fragrance. So that's my favourite so far, but this one is a really close second. This is an absolute fabulous scent, and today's honest opinions on this one. It's called Notorious, and you can see that. I know Cuba done a very funny honest review on it, and he kept singing that song. I think it was the Power Station that sang Notorious. I think the Power Station were a combination of Robert Palmer, who's now dead, really good singer. I think it started off with Elkie Brooks, Robert Palmer, really deep voice. He had a couple of hits in the 80s, maybe the 90s, and then he got together with John Taylor out of Duran Duran, and they combined to make the Power Station. Really, they had a couple of hits, but really good singer, Robert Palmer, sadly missed. But anyway, back to this Notorious. It really is a lovely fragrance, and lasts. This does project, and it does last. I wouldn't say it's probably not for the high heat like it is now in Britain, especially in Glasgow as well. It's very warm now. They're going to, I think there's a lot of droughts going on, a lot of hose bans, and down south the weather's been so warm, but you know what it's like. We'll get about 30 days of rain next month, so enjoy it while you can. But this is a really lovely scent. Presentation wise, that's Hard Candy's box, but it's the same box. I can't find Notorious's box, but it's the exact same. Presentation wise, really good. I like the bottles, really heavy. My only thing about the atomizers are lovely, but I wish they were refillable. I don't know if these bottles are, but it would be good if they were, a bit like what Molton Brown do, because these bottles are really worth keeping. Maybe it's a suggestion to Aaron, maybe in the future, maybe you send back the bottle and he'll refill it, and it's a bit of a discount off it, and it'll save him in the long term. But anyway, no, this is a really lovely scent. When it goes on, it's very complex, but you get a kind of buttery kind of smell, a very smooth kind of. It's really hard to describe, but I would totally recommend it if you're looking for something off his sites. His site, this is really right up there. As I say, Hard Candy is definitely my favourite, but this is a close second. Yeah, it's kind of spicy and kind of buttery and sweet. It's a kind of the ultimate bad boy scent, I think it said in the website, and it is kind of, you know, this, I can see this really being appealing, especially in the winter months. It's got something about it. There's definitely spices there, and there's a bit of smooth kind of vanilla or something else. It really is a lovely scent. As I say, there's a melange of notes in it, but it really is nice. It's very addictive. Once you start smelling it, you're like, oh, give me more of that. But I left them for a couple of days just to macerate a wee tiny bit. I put them in the fridge as well, and it helped a wee bit. But it really is a lovely scent. As I say, I've tried a few years, and Hard Candy and Notorious I totally recommend if you're looking for something off Terence Hughes' site. And he's very generous as well with his samples and things, as I said. Really good customer service, I can't fault him. Carbon neutral deliveries as well. As I say, I've tried a few samples. Some of them aren't for me. I'll go through them. Maybe I'll do 4 or 5 samples and honest opinions later on. Just to give you an example, there's another one called Daddy. Some of them are weird names. Daddy, that's quite nice. It's kind of similar to Notorious, but I do like that one. I'll maybe do an honest opinion on that. But like say the other ones, let's say Oud. I've never liked Oud anyway. The Oud for Terence Hughes isn't really barnyard or Oud, but it's just not for me. But a lot of people like that. I've tried a couple else, but as I say, I'll go through the honest opinions. But Hard Candy, and I also tried Legend. Legend is basically a designer scent done very well. It really is a lovely scent. You could wear that any time of the year. It's definitely a signature scent. Definitely, it really is lovely, and that's kind of one of the cheaper ones in Aaron's site, Legend. But it really is a lovely scent. I'll maybe do an honest opinion on how it lasted. I tried it a couple of times. It projected quite well, and it did last a good few hours. Not overly, but it wasn't a beast or anything like that, but it still lasted a few hours. But it really is a lovely mass appealing scent. It's almost like, I don't know if it's Legend I mentioned, it's almost like a designer version of a niche version of Dior Sauvage to me. I think Legend is the way Elixir, the Sauvage Elixir should have been, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, if you're looking for something off his site, I totally recommend. I know it's very subjective fragrances, but I totally recommend Notorious and Hard Candy to try, even just to get the 10 mls if it's too expensive before you buy the big bottle. Actually, I would recommend you get the 10 mls. I don't want people to waste money, because money is tight at the moment for everybody in these hard times that the government are causing, and energy companies. It's not on making big profits. They need to give it back to the people. Cap these companies, that's what I say. Anyway, that's another subject. But I hope everybody has a great weekend, and bye for now.